What's going on, everyone? The one and only Saint Mike. I should have a Pope hat. This morning we took out I think it was a 45-gallon oil-fired water heater, and we installed an electric tankless water heater. I'm gonna do a voiceover. The water heater was in this very tight closet right next to the kitchen, and right now I'm just showing you. There's the electric service, the whole house electric panel right there on the right hand side. There it is, and the furnace, which is behind the water heater, and the water heater both share the same common power line, same circuit. And there's a switch on the right-hand side, which right now Steven is getting the Liberty pump, our little pony pump. He grabs the wrong hose, and I got missing a washer, so he'll eventually learn to grab what we need. He goes to the truck, but there's the burner, there's the aquastat. We start by, again, turning off power at the panel, and there's a switch right there. Homeowner walked by, wanted to say what's up. We started this job a little bit before 8 in the morning, November 30th, 2020. I'm digging into my Vito Tech XL. I got my non-contact electrical tester. I want to confirm that my power is off, which it is. And now I'm going to disconnect the BX at the aquastat. Notice we got drop cloths down. So there's line. That's neutral. I was a little lazy. I didn't want to go to back to the tool bag and get a linesman, so I just used what was available to me. Time is money, guys. Disconnect the nut off the BX connector. And next I'm going to tackle disconnecting that line. Don't even ask why I was playing with that, by the way. Here I am, want to save time by not getting the linesman from my tool bag, and I'm putzing around with the relief valve drip leg. All right, so I'm getting the hose hooked up. I'm going to tighten it up, snug it up with the little baby channel locks. You can do it. I actually like watching my own videos. It also helps me to get better at what I'm doing. Sometimes I look back and see like, oh, why did I do that? It's like dumb. Steven gave me the garden hose, hooked it up to the pony pump. I'm surprised he didn't get the Milwaukee M18 transfer pump. But anyway, we ran the hose into the toilet bowl on the first floor. Now this house, a small ranch. It only has one bathroom, one kitchen. And we put it into the bowl. Now I know that the water, by the way, right now I'm just cracking open that valve. I want any kind of sediment and debris at the bottom of the tank. I want the incoming water pressure to force that out. It helps in case there's any sediment and calcium building up on the bottom of the tank. Now I'm turning off the main water valve, and see, there you go. My drip leg fell off the relief valve. So again, I was putzing around with it. All right, I turn on the pony pump, and I'm actually going to go double check to make sure that Steven does have it down into the bowl, that it is draining. Shove that down in there. Close the tank lid, and I have him periodically just go in there, check, make sure nothing's going on. So now I'm using my linesmans. I'm disconnecting. There's a pigtail there for line voltage, because right here, this line right here is for the furnace, and this line here right now is for the water heater. So I'm disconnecting this BX here from the pigtail. because I don't need that anymore. This Emax whole house electric tankless water heater gets wired with 100 amps of power. Yes, 100 amps of power. So right now I'm just, let me get this call. Let's press pause. All right. Sorry. All right, so I'm disconnecting the wire. In the interim, I was on a service call earlier today. You guys could just watch along. And they have a Lars, I think it's a Lars Mighty something 2. What do they have? Hold on. Let me tell you what they have. A Lars Mighty Therm 2. So we got the Lars Mighty Therm 2, 400,000 BTU, a gas-fired hydronic boiler. And this is the house, if you guys, are the like 20 percenters. You remember that Navien NHB where the exhaust and the intake were both piped into the fresh air for the Lars boiler setting on the floor? Yeah, so we're back at that house. So I was there this morning. The the property manager for the selling agent for the buyer of the house, whatever, said, listen, the main boiler is kaput, not doing anything. I was like, you got to fix it. I was like, all right. So I go over there, and I don't have ignition. The Navient's running fine, but I don't have ignition. So I'm checking, my hot surface igniter. I'm checking now hot surface igniter has a built-in flame sensing sensor into it. Very, very, very rarely do you see that. But the hot surface igniter uses 240 volts of power. This is like a commercial beast. The mighty Therm 2. And I check for 24 volts at the 2 gas valves that are on this bad boy. I get 24 volts. I'm thinking, well, maybe the gas valves aren't opening, right? So I crack the union below each gas valve, and it opens up, but it doesn't really have much pressure. And there's a difference between installing plumbers and then service plumbers. A service plumber generally can install the system, where an installing plumber generally can't, service and repair the system. So I got my Testo digital manometer out, and, before the gas valve, I have like 5.5 inches of water column, which is really not that much. I should be closer to 6.5, but I got 5.5 inches of water column. And when the Navien is running and the Mighty Therm 2 are running, my pressure drops to a little over 3.5 inches of water column. And the minimum for the Mighty Therm 2 is 4 inches. So it took me about 45 minutes to figure that one out. But I said, listen, to the woman, the property manager of the selling agent, the buyer, whatever she is. I said, listen, you have to call National Grid, and good luck, because they're going to say, oh, the pressure's fine. But I said, listen, be prepared to fight with them, because they don't want to have to, let's say there's something wrong with the service coming from the street to the house, right? They don't have to dig that up, but they will if they have to. But, they say, oh, the pressure's fine. But when they run, you have to run the equipment. And if you see the pressure drop and your piping is the right size, oh, by the way, so let's look at that. And your piping is the right size, then your problem with the gas coming in, incoming gas utility. So here we are. I'm wrapping Teflon tape around the domestic cold water in. Now take a look at how we're doing this, right? I'm using my finger. Now I should have affixed the Teflon tape before I put it on the wall, but I wanted to show you this because there's a little trick. You can use your finger, right? Sometimes it works out great, sometimes it doesn't, right? Use your finger to wrap around the Teflon tape and go around 6 or 7 times, which is what I'm doing. Now, I asked Steven let me get a screwdriver, any kind of screwdriver, the ladder Phillip. I start the Teflon tape like that, right? You get it nice and snug there. He's going to hand me the flat screwdriver. All right. And watch what I do here. There's a little plumbing trick right there. Look at that. And again, you got to spin the whole thing of Teflon tape around. But look at that. Perfect wrapped Teflon in a tight confined space. Now, there are some people that will wrap Teflon tape around like a pencil or a pen. That works too. This is easier. because then I know how many times if I have enough Teflon tape on the pen, it just goes around. And now he's going to give me the tankless valves. Actually, I think I have them on already. Let's see. Do I have them on already? Yeah. Oh, check this out. Look at this. So it's not going in all the way, right? I'm looking like, I'm fighting with the thing. Something's not right here, right? Look at this. Here it comes. It's only going in like a little bit past the O-ring. So I'm looking like, okay. And then look at this. The O-ring was never set right. It just popped right out. See that? And by me trying to force it in, I cut the O-ring. And there goes $3. There you go. Nice and smooth. So my tankless valves are in already. Now, you don't have to, but I did. Also, strangely enough, let me show you something here. Let me show you the press first. We're going to press this together. And while we're doing that, I'm just going to pull something up in the background real quick. Maybe. Nah, let me press this together. Actually, hold on a second. Let's go here. Right? No, wrong one. Let's go here. All right, I want to show you something. This is the manual. All right, and does it say please read? See, this product should be installed by a qualified electrician and a qualified plumber in accordance with all national, state, provincial, and local electrical and plumbing codes. Right? Please read these instructions thoroughly and completely prior to installation and use. Failure to do so could damage. Why don't people like to read? I don't know. So look, I just want to show you something here, right? Let's go to the plumbing installation. All right. Mounting the water heater, plumbing. And you'll see in the book, right? Actually, well, I'll show you in the book later, but I want to say something here. Since this product does not use a storage tank, the use, right here, look at this. And I'm still kind of thrown off by this. Since this product does not use a storage tank, the use of a temperature pressure relief valve, TMP valve, is not required for most installations. Most. UL Standard 499 does not require that a pressure relief valve be used. However, this is the big however, a TMP valve may be required to meet installation codes in your area. And again, I don't know any area where you can get away with not putting a relief valve on that. Please note, installations of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and the state of Kentucky require a pressure relief valve, and so does New York. Okay. The Milwaukee M18 press, love it. Now I'm working on the domestic hot water side. I apologize for the lighting, guys. But you guys could get the gist of it. There was no light in that closet. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, people are going to give me thumbs down for this one. Like, oh, the lighting sucks. Well, next time I'll just use my Monte Cristo lighter. Oh, you're not going to use a cigar right now. What do you think? Should I go with some Cohibas? Or should I go with some Romeo and Juliet? What should I do? Love cigars, by the way. All right, so I'm pressing together the domestic hot water side, the outlet side of the Eemax electric tankless water heater. Those are 3/4 press 90s. Drip leg off the TMP valve. Temperature and pressure valve, by the way. Temperature is 210 degrees. Pressure is 150 psi. On a boiler, like a hydronic boiler that we use. Now I'm going through the checklist, right? And I left this all for the electrician because he is coming in after me. As I was saying, on the hydronic boiler, we just have a pressure relief valve, and that's 30 psi for hydronic and 15 psi for low pressure steam. I'm just checking off those boxes. I just went over that before with you guys a little bit. Most important, and this is similar with like electric tanked water heaters, you want to make sure that there is no more air left in the system. And one of the things it stresses, besides, maybe needing a TMP valve, right, is that you must run all the fixtures in the house. Once the piping is installed, let everything run for several minutes to get all of the air out. And that's right there, a question mark, right? So I'm just going over everything. And like I said, I'm leaving it all with the homeowner who's going to give it to his electrician. And it is kind of complex. Let me show you that real quick, if I may, for a second. See, let's go back here. And we put the 2024 in. It has 3 elements, 240 volts, and the amperage draw max is 100 amps, but we need 3 breakers at 40 amps, which means we need 3 lines of 8-gauge wire. 1, 2, 3, 4. See that? It's a lot of power. Fortunately, the run is relatively small. It's right around the corner. Literally, it's almost in the same room. Just going over the rest of the manual. Manual shutoff valves, and then I leave this and I star it for him. And then I think I write on the cover. No, I think I'm going to grab the serial number, model number, serial number right now, right in that right-hand corner. Yeah, I see my iPhone code, guys. It's down more, right around there. Get a little supplemental light there. Bingo. There it is. Eemax. No serial number, though. See that? Odd. I'm going to fill out the warranty card for him. But there you have it, guys. Not much else here. There's only 9 seconds left of this video. It's a pretty cool installation. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of before and after, just so you could see. 1 second, guys. Here's a little before and after. Before on your left-hand side of the screen. There's your Bock oil-fired water heater right here. You see, it's taking up all this space right there. Maybe I should have took a better angle so you can see the left-hand side, and here it is. Well, there's the furnace you can see in the back, right? And here it is boxes. It's 17 by 17. I think it's 3 inches or 4 inches deep. It's very lightweight. And again, I just threw on tankless valves like I normally do on any kind of tankless systems, for future service, flushing, disconnect, removal, what have you. My TMP valve, and electrician's going to bring up wire right there and wire this bad boy up. But they live in the village of Freeport, which is on Long Island. And they do have a very, very cheap electric rate. Let's see if I can look that up and see how much they're actually paying over there. Yeah, check this out. So they have a $7.53 month charge, just I guess to have the the service coming to your house. And in the summer, they're at 9.5 cents a kilowatt hour. And listen, no more than 11.5 cents per kilowatt hour in the summer, and in the winter, it's 9.6 cents. For the rest of Long Island, which uses PSE&G Long Island, we're at 19 cents a kilowatt hour. So that's more than double. what they're paying. It's crazy, more than double. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to pull it up right now. So here's just a little snippet of my bill. We have a surcharge of 42 cents a day, right? We have delivery and system charges, and then we have power supply charges, right? So if you look at this, like, we have a little over 8 cents, right, per kilowatt hour, and then a little over 11 cents per kilowatt hour. So you have delivery, and then you have the actual energy charges, and then of course you have taxes. So vastly different than Freeport Electric. All right, guys. I just wanted to, I would like some feedback on this new format that I just did today. I made the video. I have a little background music going on in the background, and I just doing a voiceover of the installation that we did. Let me know what your thoughts, feedback, comments, and criticism down in the comment section down below. And if you're a 21, almost 21%er, 21% of the viewers of this channel are subscribers. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. May God bless you and keep you. And if you are a 79, 80-ish percenter, those are 80% at most people who watch these videos and don't support the channel by subscribing. The best way that you can support this channel is by hitting that subscribe button. You're not going to get spammed. You're not going to get, you're not gonna get telephone calls from Nigeria asking for your credit card number, or calling, hello, this is Sood. I am calling from the Internal Revenue Service. We have blocked your social. I'm like, what? Trust me, that's not going to happen. It's not going to originate from this end here. But if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. Hope everyone enjoy the rest of your day. Be well. God bless.